just as the title says, welcome to my first YouTube channel. So this is Frugal Marathoner, and this is a video of me getting started with what I have. Roll intro. So they say, the experts all say, get started with what you have. So what does that sometimes mean? Well, sometimes you might be like me. You have an older DSLR, you have an iPhone, you have a point and shoot, maybe you only have one or two of those. But it means get started. It's not all about the gear. Now in this video, yes, I am gonna go through some of the gear and the gear that I'm starting and the gear I'm using. It's really more about the storytelling. It's about you projecting yourself and what you have to offer the community here at YouTube. In my channel, we're gonna talk about frugal ways that we can start doing filming. And specifically for me, I do a lot of sports filming. So I'm a sports photographer, amateur sports photographer. Let's define that properly. I love videoing my kids, doing some home movies, things like that. So I'm gonna show you cheap, inexpensive ways to get started and get started now. So whether you're starting with a DSLR, such as I have a Canon T2i and the kit lens, start using it. Use what you have, get used to it, make a lot of mistakes, it's okay. Make some home movies, that's how I started really learning, is I watched a lot of YouTube, but then I had to put down YouTube. I had to start making my stuff. I started to need to make home movies for my kids, started sharing them with the parents, the grandparents, and it's been an amazing adventure. So start off, if you have a DSLR, great, start with one. What would I recommend? Well, I'm a Canon person, so I would recommend Canon. Canon's autofocus, Canon's color is just phenomenal, and that's what I've used every single time. Now, I use a Canon T2i. One of the things I don't like about the Canon T2i is it doesn't have a flip-out screen. Now, you can't actually see this. I should probably use my cell phone and show you what I'm seeing. Is I've rigged an old Samsung phone in order to be able to use an application with the Canon. So there's an actual application that you can use. It's DSLR controller, and you can turn around and you can use that. So this is exactly what I see when I'm looking at you, YouTube. I have it up on a cold shoe mount. I have a Trackstar microphone, which we'll get into that. And then I have the Canon. I have upgraded it to a Sigma lens. I talked about that in another video, why I've done that. And then I've got a really cheap eBay light. And then what's to left of me? Natural light, because that's really what you want to use. So if you're close to a window, natural light, we'll go into light and everything, because that's really what makes up or doesn't make your YouTube experience is natural light. You gotta have a second light though. So I've got the light just off to the side here. It's barely out of frame actually. So there's my hand, there's the light. I mean, we're talking a few inches. And then behind me, have some nice lighting, have a file cabinet with some of my other lenses that I've had. Again, it's not about the gear though, so those lenses I've acquired over the years are actually all refurbished lenses. I haven't bought a brand new lens except for my nifty 50 since the beginning. Rest of it's all used, refurbished. Even my Canon DSLR is a refurbished one, which I'll put links down into below of where I get my Canon refurbished equipment. You can also get refurbished equipment, other things. It came with a manufacturer warranty. Ended up saving about $100, $200 on my DSLR and all of my gear. So don't always have to buy brand new. You don't always have to run out and spend lots of money. And that's what I'm gonna teach you on this channel. What else? If you don't have a DSLR, you can use a point and shoot. I actually started with this Nikon Coolpix. They don't make this one anymore. But this camera's 12 years old and it does 720p. It's not about 4K. Sure, if you want to go spend the morning and do 4K, you'd be surprised though. Go check out some of the Killing It on YouTube. They don't do 4K. They're still doing 1080p. Now they're doing high frame rates in 1080p, but guess what? My iPhone 6S, it does 1080p and it does it at 120 frames per second. You put it in slow-mo on this thing, it does that 120. I can get Peter McKinnon's style. Okay, not quite, but you're gonna need an external hard drive and you're gonna need something that's going to be rough and tug. That's really all I got. I got a laptop that I use. It's a Windows. You can use a Macintosh. You can use one of those. It's really not all about the gear though. Probably total investment that I have in all of my gear, $500–600 if you don't include the laptop. Laptop, maybe another $500 laptop to get a halfway decent laptop, and you can get rolling. You know, it's not about the, have I said that yet? It's not about the gear. Another thing to add, tripods. Get yourself an okay tripod. Again, it doesn't have to be high end. Get one that's halfway decent. You don't want it to fall apart on you the first time you go use it. We'll go into a whole section on software and things like that. There is some great free software out there. If you have an Apple, you already have iMovie on there. Trust me, get started. Get used to it before you go blow a bunch of money and figure out if this is something you even want to do. Don't go spend, you know, the $40 a month on Adobe and all the Adobe suites and stuff. Start off with iMovie. If you're on a PC, what I actually use is HitFilm Express. Now, HitFilm has a full paid-for version, but their HitFilm Express, amazing piece of software, and it's free. Now, there's plugins that you can do such things, and soon I'm going to be adding on the color grade package because I got to learn how to color grade because I'm doing YouTube. Links down below. It's a great piece of software. Storytelling. It's really, go research. There's some great people out there that will tell you more about storytelling. It's all about presenting to you what you want to tell. Now for me, I love running, I love sports photography. That's what I'm passionate about. That's what you're gonna see a lot on this channel. Don't think that YouTube is the end all be all. There's more out there than just YouTube. Go out there, do what you love, tell a story about what you love, and everything else will fall into place. And that's what I'm starting to learn. It's not all about the gear. There's ways to make the gear that you have usable, and you don't have to run out and buy a brand new camera. Thank you for your time. Like and subscribe. Dog just barked. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you. Remember, get out there. Life's a marathon. Go out and make some memories.